Hello and welcome, my beautiful Scorpios. Brenda Tarot here with your General Tarot and Oracle card forecast for the week of April the 17th to the 23rd, year 23. So let's see what your download message is here from Spirit. You've got slow down and pace yourself. So this might be a week of heavy energy where you're going to feel compelled to try to get a lot of things done this week. And maybe you have deadlines. Maybe, you're late handing your taxes in. Maybe this is end of year for some of you where you've got to get everything done so that you can file. But basically, you could be pushing yourself very hard, whether it's emotionally or physically. So this card is, Spirit that does these downloads for me says it's time for you to slow down and pace yourself. Maybe you need to do some time management. Maybe you need to make out a to-do list and tick it off and make a detailed plan that you can follow concisely, and that way you're not going to push yourself to the point of exhaustion. Okay, so think about that. Now, your first energy card that you've got the anchor, and I like the anchor because the anchor tells me there's going to be some stability. Now, they threw in the word renewed stability. So take it for what it's worth. You may be in a good place again. Maybe you're locating somewhere you used to live, or the city you used to live, or somewhere like that where this is renewed stability. Being able to put roots down, put your anchor down, and feel safe and at home, and perhaps now, sorry about that, and perhaps now you're going to be able to feel secure and not feel as though you have to pull up your anchor and move. Now, the beautiful thing of the anchor is, should you decide you want to go in a different direction, you set sail and you pull the anchor up and you go there. This is giving you freedom to make change this week, to go where you want to go. But I'm seeing stability, security, and being in one place for a while. Whether you have got a job that you're more secure in, whether you're dwelling at a new place that you're going to put your roots down and stay in, whether it's a relationship that's going to be long lasting, this is a good card for stability and security. Now, with your Moonology message, this is the full moon in Scorpio, and it says it's time to release negativity. Now, how ironic that Spirit would give me full moon in Scorpio when I'm reading Scorpio. So what does that mean? The full moon is emotionally intense when it's in Scorpio, and it's always a dynamic event. During any full moon, we feel the tug of opposing signs, right? The tug of war of opposing signs. And in this case, the passionate waters of Scorpio counter the practical Taurus sun. This illuminating event could put a spotlight on what it is you really need in your life and what it is that needs to go. It could appear like the full moon in Scorpio is taking you over to the dark side of rocking your relationships and finances. But what's happening during this time is ultimately for the best. Okay, fights and upsets during Scorpio full moon create the opportunity for positive breakthroughs by eliminating bad habits or people from your life. So you're letting go of things. Remember, this is a time of releasing any negative energy. So you're going to be stepping up and saying, hey, I've had enough. I'm going to flip my energy in a new direction. I'm going to walk away from things that don't serve me, and I'm moving forward. And this has happened before to some of you Scorpios, where you've had to walk away from toxic relationships, and it's almost like they keep coming back to haunt you, and you're making a concise and accurate account of that, but you're going to let go, and it's time to release that negative energy. Okay, so let it go. Don't allow it to continue. Okay, now let's see what we have in our first row. So coming in here, you have, and I got to shuffle this. Sorry, guys. Let me shuffle this deck. Okay, because I'm going to clarify these as well. You've got the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is complete clarity. Anything that was confusing you in the past, possibly, because this is past tense, possibly energy coming in. I think that, you're going to be able to see a picture in clarity now. You're going to have a sight line. You're going to be able to move forward towards a goal that perhaps you couldn't see before. Now, let's see what comes in with that. You've got the Lovers. So you might be seeing the truth in a situation here with someone around you on an emotional level. Now, the fact is, coming in is the Seven of Swords, that card of deception, which really isn't all that great. But I think, you're going to see the truth in a situation. You're going to be be having to make some important choices and decisions that could be determined around someone on a heart level, someone you're emotionally attached to, could be your lover or your partner. So keep your eyes open, because there's something coming in here for you to have to make a choice and a decision about. Coming in next, you've got that Seven of Swords, and yeah, you guys might be, we talked about here right in the beginning of releasing any negative energy. I think you might be suddenly realizing that somebody around you is deceiving you. Somebody's not being honest here. Somebody's wanting to take away your happiness, and or they could be jealous of something that you're doing, envious. They're not who they claim to be, but they get caught up because you're pretty intuitive, my beautiful Scorpios, and you can do a fairly good character analysis, but you're very, very tolerant and forgiving. So I think you're coming to a conclusion here. You've seen the light and the truth in a situation, and it might have been somebody, a partner or somebody you were attached with. Now this could be a lover, because it is the lovers, but it could be partnership in business too. But I do think most of you are going to be seeing the light. Something very suddenly comes down your path, and with the Tower, you're making a change and a choice to move on and build a new future. I don't think you're going to be staying with this individual. I think some of you are going to see something happen here where you're going to be walking away from a toxic relationship around you. So, this is rebuilding a new future. I like the Tower. The Tower says, all of a sudden you get to see this epiphany. Something comes crashing down. It may not have been on a good firm foundation to begin with. And again, you're forgiving, you're understanding, you're tolerant and tolerable. And I think, you finally come to this conclusion that it's time now for you to finally release some negative energy. Now, in the center position, which is your, this is past, present, this is your future here, the Five of Wands. So I think, going into the future, you're going to be letting go of the confusion and letting go of this feeling of constantly having to prove yourself, being backed up against the wall. I think you're coming to that conclusion now as you move forward. You don't want to go through that anymore. There could have been some dilemma that you were struggling with over finances, and it could have been with a partner or somebody else. But I do think you're going to hear good news now. You're getting through this situation of confusion, of feeling as though you were backed against the wall, having to constantly compete and explain yourself over a situation, whether it was in a relationship or anything else. You now are going to hear from the Page of Pentacles good news about money. This is material good news. So you could be also doing something in your life that's going to help elevate you up that ladder of success and finances, putting you in that next tax bracket level to make more money. You might be, maybe you're adding to your resume, taking a course, getting a degree, getting a credit in something that you can add to that. But you could also be hearing a message that is good news about finances. Maybe you're going to be getting a refund on your taxes, or somebody's owing you money and they finally cough it up and they're going to pay you back. Now, you've got now the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands, this is basically what's holding you back, thinking that you can't move forward, thinking that this is too tough for you to handle. But you need to slow down and pace yourself. Okay, don't push yourself and rush into something. Don't feel, because what's going to happen is you're going to feel overwhelmed, and it's going to really cloud up your thinking of common sense here to solve a problem in your life. Some people want to see us fail, and they're telling me that this individual here is crying over spilt milk, is jealous. There's something there with this energy, and they would love nothing more than to see you fall on your face and fail. But you know what? You created something very, very profound, very, very good here. So do not back down. Do not give up. Protect it. Protect what you've worked hard for. Don't give it up. Don't give in easily. Here you are. 10 of Wands, 9 of Wands. So now it's over. Beautiful. I'm glad this came up, because now you're able to move forward in a positive direction. You pushed yourself, you fought, you felt like you had the burden of the world on your shoulders, but you didn't give up. Now you're able to go forward, but you come to the conclusion you're not going to be that beast of burden anymore. You're not going to be the one that does all the work anymore. You're not going to be the one basically that is in a one-sided relationship, investing all the time into it. Whatever the situation is, Scorpio, you now have conquered that. You're moving forward. You're up now. You're able to go after what you want, and you are not going to drag that dead weight uphill anymore. Now, coming in, what's going to propel you forward and push you forward towards your goals? Queen of Pentacles. planting your seeds, going after what you want, not only manifesting it, but watching it happen right before your eyes. But it takes patience. It's going to take time. You're rebuilding a new foundation here with the Tower. And that takes time, brick by brick, right? One step at a time. She has this ability to plant her seeds. She's Mother Nature. She's got a green thumb, but she patiently waits for that germination period, or that, that time of fertility, in order to see new birth come in. So you're working on something here. The Queen of Pentacles is very good with money too. So you could be really careful now with your money, with your finances that you've got around you. You're not going to let anybody take it from you, because you've worked hard for it. Now, with this comes in the King of Rods. Stay focused on this issue. Don't back down. He's the most focused king in the deck. So he goes big or he goes home. Stand your ground. You're creating something brand new here, and you deserve to see it come to fruition and succeed. Standing your ground now, not rolling over, not backing up. You've come to a conclusion that you're focused on succeeding right now, and so you should, and you will. Wow, my beautiful Scorpios, pretty powerful. Now, we've got pick a card. Isn't this fun at the end of the reading? So whatever card you want, I have 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to be reading all of them. So if you choose one, you have got the 6 of Cups. So the 6 of Cups is... you could be thinking about the past. You could be reminiscing about the past, as far back as your childhood. These are memories that you could be bringing up. But I think you're returning to, the thoughts of the past. Somebody could be returning to you, too, that comes with a gift. Somebody could be a colleague, a friend that you knew in the past, could even be a relative coming back to you. I do not see this as your ex-partner or anything when it comes to that. But I do think they come with a gift. Now, even if it's a gift of closure or an apology, or an explanation, sometimes that can happen as well. You could be dealing with children. You might be entertaining children. You might be working with children, and you want to tap into your inner child in that process. Beautiful. Now, this card also, is the card of the heart chakra. Right? So the heart chakra is all about thinking on an emotional level and thinking through your heart with a situation going on around you. Your planet is the sun. Sun is the best card in the deck, and it's all about conscious mind, letting go of the ego and being able to go after the goals that you want. And you've got the energy here, believe it or not, the energy of Scorpio. How ironic is that? So you could be dealing with another Scorpio, but the fact is here, you've got the full moon in Scorpio as well. So you're definitely either dealing with a Scorpio, or this is about you connecting with somebody from a distance. Now, this could be a client. This could be, maybe you work virtually. You're dealing with people on an international level. It could be that as well. Now, if you pick number 2, what have we got? Number 2, you've got the Fool, and that's that leap of faith card, right? That's all about you moving forward here, going after what you want, but making sure you plan things before you take that leap. Make sure you check that parachute before you jump off that cliff, as I say. Doing the work before, you've got all the plans in order here so that you can see success coming in. So this is about freedom and going after what you want right now. Now, this is the planet here of Uranus, right? And that's the planet you're dealing with right now as well. But I do think that, this is the crown chakra, being able to allow your mind to open up to do things that are going to be different, changing things around you, right? We said the Tower. This is a card of change. This is a card of rebuilding, going after what you want. So being open to that. So keep your mind open to looking at things from a higher and wider perspective. Now, coming in with number 3, what have you got? You've got the 4 of Pentacles. Of course, the 4 of Pentacles is holding on either to people or possessions or any deep-seated issues or past issues, okay? It's also the card of stinginess and hoarding, some people say, but I always say it's the card that says this is the extremes in which you spend your money or you save your money. So some of you might be thinking about having to buy a big purchase item. Maybe, you need a new roof on the house, or your car, or your furnace, or something like that. But you could also, others could be holding money back to put away for later on. Now, maybe some of you are putting money away for anticipating retirement, so that you've got that nest egg to fall back on. If you're budgeting for that, you could be budgeting for that right now. Now, with that, you've got the throat chakra, being able to open up and speak your truth. Don't be afraid to go out and say, hey, no, I can't afford this, or yes, I'm going to save some money. Whatever the case is, you get to speak your truth now. So that's what this is when we talk about the throat chakra. Your planet here as well is the sun. So this is a beautiful planet. I mean, we had the sun here with the Six of Cups, and now you've got the sun again planet with the Four of Pentacles. So I think you're going to be careful with your money. It's going to be a good thing. When we see the sun card when it shows up, it's a beautiful, beautiful card of positivity. This is the energy, believe it or not, of Capricorn. So you could be dealing with a water sign here this week, a Capricorn, of somebody around you. Well, my beautiful, beautiful Scorpios, this is your reading for this week, and I hope you enjoyed it. And you can leave your comments below if you like this pick a card, because this is something new I'm doing on my readings here and confirming with the 5-card spread. So slow down, my beautiful Scorpios. Pace yourself, okay? It's time to release and let go of that toxic energy and put your roots down here as you make changes here for yourself to be happy. Always know I send you lots of love and many blessings. And I'll see you soon, Scorpio.